And finally, a group of refugees and asylum seekers from Pakistan were released from Thailand's immigration detention center in Bangkok this morning after being detained for 6 months. Their release was materialized through the cooperation between the kingdom's civil society groups and the Thai government. The 96 Pakistani released this morning are Ahmadiyya Muslims who arrived in Thailand last December to seek a refugee status from the UN Refugee Agency in Bangkok after being discriminated against in their country due to their religious belief. The Ahmadis, followers of a religious sect that was founded in the 19th century in India, have been prosecuted and discriminated against in many parts of the world, most recently in Indonesia, because some do not recognize Ahmadiyya as a legitimate branch of Islam, spurring religious hardliners to attack them. Through the cooperation between the Thai government and civil society groups like the Asia-Pacific Refugee Rights Network, the Thai Committee for Refugees, as well as the National Human Rights Commission of Thailand, the Pakistani Ahmadis were released on bails from a newly launched Refugee Freedom Fund. Dr. Amara Pongsapit, chairperson of the National Human Rights Commission of Thailand, said the money from the fund will also help these 96 Ahmadi Pakistanis to stay in the kingdom while awaited for the UNHCR to resettle them in a third country.
After today, the foundation who set up the fund will take care of their living conditions somewhere here near Bangkok. And meanwhile, the UNHCR will process the request for third country settlement.
The bail money, which came from Refugee Freedom Fund, was launched by the Thai Committee for Refugees, or TCR, to overcome the kingdom's lack of legal framework in dealing with refugees properly, according to its executive director, Weerawit Tianchainan. And he also said the TCR will campaign for the establishment of a refugee law in Thailand for the future.
And TCR, the Thai Committee for Refugee Foundation, is going to propose a refugee law in Thailand. By the use of the constitutional right, we will launch this national campaign to support draft refugee law on the 20th of June this month, which is the World Refugee Day. It's also the commemoration of 60 years of Refugee Conventions. So we would like to see how Thailand would be able to move forward and establish this legal framework so then we can deal with this problem systematically.
Thailand is currently not a member of the 1951 United Nations Convention to the Status of Refugees. The established fund, however, will be utilized to help facilitate other refugee cases in Thailand in the future. And that's it for this edition of ASEAN News Update. I am Sirisha Prashumyat and thank you for watching ASEAN TV. Until next time, Sawadee Kha.